Hello everyone, this is Spitting Fire coming to you with fire number 9. Okay, so you know what that means. Okay, I use aggressive language, aggressive tone, plenty of cuss words. Sometimes it's deliberate, sometimes it's passionate. Do not comment in my channel and tell me how much of a foul mouth I have, or it's not ladylike or anything like that. I'm too old for those pep talks. What I do is passionate, sometimes it's deliberate. It's my choice. I've lived long enough to make that choice. And this is my channel, and if you don't like it, go to another channel. This is Spitting Fire. What did you think you were going to get? Please do not allow anyone under the age of 18 to visit my channel or look at my videos, okay? And you must be over the age of 18 to visit the channel and look at the videos, okay? So you have your verbal disclaimers, okay, that I done told you, because the things that I do, okay, is done on the set in the platform of Spitting Fire. For those of you who did not know, Spitting Fire was the initial show before I spinned off and became solo, and I did RA's Rant, and that was in 2019. Okay, so if you don't understand what the show is about, make sure you go into the home page and stroll over to the About page, and it'll let you know what is Spitting Fire about. Okay, this is not a channel where we talk about church stuff and planting flowers and things like that. This is a raw and uncut show. For the most part, we can get down and dirty with the best of them. I have a very fiery mouth, very sharp at times, especially when I am pissed. I don't care about you not liking my file. I don't care about you think it's not ladylike, because everything about me is ladylike until you piss me off. Then I will be anything else that you want me to be, and not be apologetic for it. But again, this is Spitting Fire. What did you think we were going to get? Now, if you want RA, you can get RA all day. But if I have to spit fire, I will. And the temperature goes up. There is not a limit to it. I hope you guys understand. But one of the things I want to talk about before I get into fire number 9 is I want to talk about my channel and me as I've been the last 2 or 3 minutes. You see, one of the things that people haven't misunderstood is that they think that I can be told what to do, what to say, how to move, things of that nature. I am a very loyal person, but I will not be told what to do. See, that's the difference between me and some other people. I am loyal, but I stand up. If right is right, I will say it's right. If wrong is wrong, I will say it's wrong. And I don't give a damn who I'm rocking with. I will tell you you're wrong. And if you or anybody I rock with come at me sideways, well, guess what? You can get some heat too. And believe me, I have spewed heat out here on people that I have been rocking with, or used to rock with, or no longer rock with. And some of them I do rock with. And if I need to tell them or pull a coattail, I will. And I'm receptive to get that same energy. When somebody need to pull a Spitting Fire coattail, I'm receptive. I'm a human being. I don't pretend to be anything other than. But the one thing I don't like is when people see how I operate my platform, they don't give me the respect for it. And I have an issue with that. I really do. I have a very issue with that. I have an issue with people thinking out of 2 years I don't tell the truth. I have an issue with people thinking that I won't tell you about yourself. 1 minute people will say she talk at people and not to people and all this and that, and she lecturing people and she cuss at people and cuss people out and all this and that. So why would you think that anything I say off the net will be anything different? I mean, it's just plain and simple. Nobody can sit up there and give you anything of me that I wouldn't give to you already. This is why I tell you, you have ears. Listen. Whatever somebody want to play, whatever recording they want to play, listen to it. I've always told you that with this past couple weeks. I don't record because I don't have to. Not that I didn't peep game when people were doing it last year. It's just that if you feel that you're a solid individual and that you would say something off the net, that you would say on the net or whatever, you don't have to worry about these things. You don't have to worry about being recorded. And I thought that people, especially other bloggers, will take heed and understand that. In other words, they know that, okay, well, this is how she moves. This is how Spittinfire is. Whether it's good or whether it's bad or whether you think it's different, you have to respect the way that I move and I've been doing my platform. And that's not about the subject matter into which I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about a particular person. I'm talking about in diameter of this whole social circle that's here on YouTube. I have seen people, channels blossom, grew beyond. And that's what I've always advocated for my people to do, is to grow their channel and do bigger and better things. And brand and take your platform to a higher level. I feel like if I preach cultural obligation, I cannot hate on no one, anyone. But the one thing I don't like it is that when people don't tell the truth. See, a lot of times when people come at Spittinfire, they have to not tell the truth. And that's the way I like it to be. But I was hoping that there will be some people who will understand that for the past 2 years of what they were getting and all the lectures in which I say, even like fire number 9, all the way back to fire number 1, they will understand the type of person that I am and how I move. And not just when I'm spitting fire, but when I'm coming to you as RA, as I'm in right now. And so when someone tell you things or whatever, and you say, you look at the things not so half empty or half full, not the glass, but you thinking at the surface level. And I've always told you guys, never think at the surface level. And it's not just for the subject matter, it's for everything in life. I told you don't think at the surface level. And people try to take my sayings, my analogies, my slogans, or whatever, and discredit me as an entire person. But they can't, because what I feel in my heart, what I stand firm in, and what I truly believe and will die saying is right here on this platform. You cannot demolish the truth, no matter how much you try to dissect it, cut it, or whatever it is. If it's the truth, it cannot ever be diced up. So what people do is they bring a lie into it because there's nothing else to give. And there's many people who will fall for the lie because they rock with people that they believe in. And that's their choice, and that's right. And you can do that. And I tell you to, if that's who you rock with, or if you rock with me or someone else, then do that. That's your right. But the one thing I want everybody to understand, to really understand, is what I'm finna name number fire 9. Don't be weak-minded. Don't ever let nobody tell you that the traffic light is red. It's red. It's a given. There's only red, yellow, and green in the traffic light. Don't let nobody tell you that it's purple, white, and blue. It's red, green, and yellow, not purple, white, and blue. Don't let nobody tell you that because you want to rock with them, you go believe it. You have ears. And one thing about these social media streets and these YouTube streets and everything, and I'm going to tell you before I leave off, is that people play these things contrary to what it is that they're saying, hoping that if I just play anything, people will believe it because they feel that you playing something that is saying something. It's not saying anything. But the one thing I like about a person that emailed me, very long email, a subscriber, several of them actually, not saying the same thing, but speaking of it. They say, Spittinfire. Won't say who this person is, but I'm gonna paraphrase because I'm not gonna read word for word because I don't know who that person may have conversed with or confided in, and they was like, oh, that person was this, and they go back and tell people, and that's how things get started. But I'm gonna paraphrase it for protection, and I'm gonna tell you what they said. They said, none of you are celebrities. I'm not understanding the audio recordings, but when I hear the audio recordings, you always said something that you always said on the air. It's always contradicting to what it is that a person is saying, and I'm not understanding. Could you elaborate a little bit more? I said to that person, I don't understand it either. I said, because I didn't know I was being recorded. Then they came back and said, isn't that against the law? And I said, well, the law seems not to even mind what goes on the internet these days. We have a lot of things going on in society, and we have a pandemic going on. We have a lot of things going on, and they can care less about these things. So I think. But the choices is up to the people. See, one of the things that I told that person was, it's a good thing that you reached out to me and you noticed these things, because a lot of people don't. And not only that, there's been a lot going on in these internet streets the last couple weeks, and it's been calm the last couple days or whatever. It's just that people want to show support and loyalty to people without questioning them. You can always question me here. I only attack when I know you've been disrespectful with it. See, you can't say anything you want to say to Spitting Fire. You have to say it in a very respectful way if you want me to receive it that way. If you say it in a negative way, that's what you will get in return. So when you are in my thread and you say things to me, yes, you get, some of y'all got checked on because of how you say it. But then there was a conversation with someone that was on the opposite side, and we had a very big disagreement on a subject matter. And I had to tell that person, thank you. I said, thank you for disagreeing with me respectfully. All I've asked for was respect. And there were other people who came on my channel and checked me for their blogger because they support them. But they did it with respect. And I replied with respect. But then you have some coming in the chat and trolling and acting a fool and thinking that they can't be tracked and all this and that. Well, if you want respect, you got to give it. It doesn't matter what alias you come in at. You have to give it. You have to. And this is to all of some people that all of the co-bloggers in this R. Kelly and an injustice fight. Some of you have not been paying attention. My platform is a little different than everyone else's. I get that. I get it. But you can't be weak-minded to where you can't stand firm on your own. That's going to be a problem for you growing. Because a true person that is not only just solid, is a person that believes and stand in what they believe in and knowing what's right. And can ask questions and come to you and say, I got a problem. I've heard some things. Is this true? They don't have to go by third party. I have told people several times on these internet streets that the only people I really ever even talked to was bloggers. May have talked to 2 or 3 subs, and that was maybe almost a year ago. 6 months tops. I don't converse like that. And when I did, you see what happened. It blew up all on the internet. I don't have people I'm interviewing that was in this whole saga on my channel. I move a certain way for a reason. And I'm telling this to all the people who've emailed me over the last couple of days because I've been quiet on certain subject matters. I felt like I've been fighting earlier in the week. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I don't have to continue to go back and forth all day, every day. I'm done with it. I stand firm in what I believe in. I don't have to sit up here and keep going back and forth with someone. If you think, or they think, or y'all think that that person is it, then have at it. Have all the rope. Because I'm still standing firm with me and knowing my truth. And my truth is the truth, but I don't have to tell people to clean out their ears or tell people things. I don't have to do that. I have done that, but I'm not going to continue to. I'm not going to do that. You are grown. So when I leave for the year, there is going to be, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be 2 people, maybe, 2. And one is a possible. No, I take that back. There's going to be one person I normally would talk to. One. I'm not going to be taking phone calls anymore since everybody, because it doesn't matter what you say on a phone call. If someone said you said this and they can hear you and they still believe it, there's nothing else I can do. I can't clean your ears out for you. I can't do nothing for you. I'm not going to. So I have killed conversations with people. When I start going live publicly, I will not have a phone line. I will read emails. We will do it old school. Don't get mad at me because you can't connect with me. Some sad and spoiled apples will kill the whole bunch because mold grows on things. And when one is infected, it messes up the whole bunch. And that's just how it is. So when I'm doing these things, I will not have a phone line opened up. I've talked to a person earlier this week. They talked to me, and it's only because I have respect and like that person, but I'm not going to be conversing often. I don't do that. And I let that person know her feelings, much love, but people taint stuff like that. You don't, it's just crazy. It's crazy out here. So this is why I named this weak-minded, because I have not known so many of my people to be so weak. You may get mad at me saying this, but a lot of you are weak. Really. And I don't mean weak as in drug use, Weak as in depression? That's not weak. That's somebody with a mental issue. When I say weak, I mean a person that is scared to stand up and say it's not true. A person that ain't scared to say, you're not telling the truth. A person that ain't scared to say, when that happened. A person that ain't scared to say, that's not what was said. A person that ain't scared to go where they want to go. They don't do it because they're scared of what someone will say. You are weak. You're weak. There's a difference between weak and loyal. Trust me, there's a difference between weak and loyal. There's a difference. Loyal is somebody that will rock with you and believe in you, and they want to show you that they got your back and they're there for you and they don't want nobody to hurt you. But they still will call you on your bullshit. They still will check your ass. You can't play the bullshitting game with them. You can't put nothing on them. You can't tell them what you want to tell them without them questioning you because it don't sound right. See, when you come at somebody loyal, you still got to come at them with facts and logic, and it got to make sense. But if you only can look at the glass one way and can't take accountability for what it is that you do, that's some problem. See, what comes with being weak is a person that can't take accountability. I don't say things to destroy virtual ships, friendships, relationships, or anything like that. I don't do that. Not at all. None. But if you come at me and I say, well, did you do this? Because you kept coming at me, I'm not trying to destroy relationships. I'm trying to get you up off me. But I'm going to get you up off me with the truth. And it's up to the weak to try to figure out what the truth is. But they wouldn't be weak if they follow logic. If they paid attention to how I run my channel, they pay attention to the things I speak, my subject matters. If they pay attention to my voice, not just when I'm RA, but when I'm spitting fire. Spitting Fire is a show. She has a foul mouth. She's ratchet. She's ghetto. She's all this thing in Detroit. But RA, well, she'll tell you about yourself too, but she don't have to use those languages as if I'm speaking right now. But you all never paid attention to it. You call me Spitting Fire. Well, if that's the level I have to get on, then I will. Didn't pay attention that it was a show. Didn't pay attention that this is Spitting Fire. I'm your girl, R.A. Jackson. Didn't pay attention to that. Didn't pay attention. This is Spitting Fire. I'm your girl, Cassie. Didn't pay attention to that. I've always told you, never think at the surface level. Never. When you say, I rock with these people and I rock with that people, I try to minimize hypocrisy as much as I possibly can. I can't make nobody rock with Spitting Fire. But if I say I'm done with it and the beefing, I'm rocking with everybody, I'm good with everybody lifting people up, and that's what my subject matter has been since I started, then how and when and why would you expect anything different? If I had men going in different directions and I'm trying to bring them together, when people coming at me telling me I'm fake, I'm this, I'm naive, I'm all of this, and bringing people together and trying to preach cultural obligation and be there for my man, what would make you think that I'm just down with a people or I'm down with them, or that. What will make you think I'm a follower? I go in people's chats for a minute, hang out for a minute, and then I dip out. When the BS stops, fire dips out. Nobody pays attention. You pay attention if I'm in the chat and what I've said, but you won't pay attention to how long. Because see, when you weak-minded, you don't think of the details. You only think at the surface level. The surface level is the fact that you see me in the chat, but the surface level is that you don't see how long I'm in there and what was said. Gotta pay attention. Just because I go in somebody's chat, hey, what's going on? After I done told you them, we letting bygones be bygones. Why would I need to go back and forth? Oh, you rock with them, so therefore I'm gonna just rock with you. But you can't get mad at me for rocking with people that you may not like when you rocking with people that I'm no longer getting away with. What? How does that work? How does that work? I'm down with men who's supposed to be right, who's doing everything that they supposed to do right, not messy, not just bickering, just yada 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 all day. That's being productive out here and fighting for this man and fighting against injustice and things like that. But people like who they like who you like. But I've often told y'all that if you're going to be shenanigans and be down with the BS, get the hell off my page. Stay over there on the other side where the people are like you, like the bullshit. You are welcome here when you have righteousness on your heart. When you are not weak. I'm not weak. At all. I done been through too much in my life to be that way. I'm loyal. Is my weak? Do I have weaknesses? Yeah, I have weaknesses, but I'm not weak. We all have weaknesses. We all have strengths, opportunities, and threats. We all have the damn SWAT. But the fact of the matter is, weak-minded is not me. I'm not scary. I'm not scared. Never that. People try to bully, and that don't work with Spittinfire. And it shouldn't work with you. You are the subs. You have the power to make and break all of this. I told you to leave. I told you, for those who are down with mess, who are weak-minded, okay, and down with the BS, told you to leave. Some of y'all left and came right back in 2 days. And I know it was the same people because it was the same amount of people. What is it that you want? I asked you, would you rather be entertained or informed? I'd rather be informed. I'd rather be informed. I'd rather be informed when the truth is you'd rather be entertained. You're not true to yourself, and when you're not true to yourself, you're weak-minded. Some of you bloggers are weak-minded. Oh, this person got a big following, or she got a big following. I can't fall out with her. I can't fall out with them. I stand on my own. I built this shit with my co-host from my own before I knew motherfuckers on here. Spittinfire started from the ground up before we knew motherfuckers on YouTube. Before we knew any of some bloggers. So I don't have to be down with somebody for clicks and likes. I don't have to. Solid and never weak-minded. So I'm not going to go against truth or what's logic. People say, well, why did you do this then? I don't do anything. I didn't release anything. When I say something, and everything that I say, and I'm coming at somebody's always in defense. Because people get mad at me for what I say in the chat, or what they think I'm saying, or they think I'm being subliminal. You may not like what I say. But I'm spitting fire. I live up to the name. Don't care if you like it. You go respect it. That's to each and every last one of you. To each and every last one. And people will probably say, she was saying this. You know she was talking about you. You know, I'm talking about everybody. Talk about everybody. Doesn't matter who. I'm not going to single one person out, even if I got into it with them or whatever. I'm not singling. It's not right. It wouldn't be right to do that. It's not right to do that. I've had a lot of good times on these internet streets. Some people I fell out with, but I do tell you the truth. I had good times with them at once upon a time. And when I was explaining that early in the week, people said, oh, she's still trying to find the good in people. She's still, no, I'm telling the truth. See, that's the thing. When you want to be weak-minded and you want to see bullshit, you think me telling the truth about something of a good time we had with somebody I'm no longer cool with, that's being weak. No, that's not being weak at all. That's the truth. The truth is not always hardcore. The truth is sometimes soft. Let me tell y'all something. The truth is sometimes soft because it is what it is. Don't be weak-minded out here, people, to nobody. Everything we do in life, what we got coming, what we finna fight for, we in a fight of our life with this politics and this government. We in a fight of our life for all that stuff. We don't have time to be weak for people on YouTube, to bloggers. We don't have time to be followers other than subscriptions. We don't have time for that. We got to call and hold people accountable for their action. If we can sit up there and stand up to the government and we want answers to something, what make you think you can't do that with bloggers? You do it to me all the time. Y'all come at me all the time. The ops came at me all the time. They came at me first. But you know what? I can respect that. You go where you want to go. You subscribe where you want to subscribe. Ain't no loyalty. Loyalty to who? Who paying your bills on here? You know, sometimes I see people being loyal to people and they don't even give them acknowledgement on special days. They don't even give participating in donating to others or their special days or channels or anything like that. But they so loyal to people. And then the people who give, they don't show no loyalty to them. They throw them up under the bus, refunding and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. It's insane to me. See, I'm the type of person like this. If I was going to be loyal, and if I was going to be weak-minded to somebody, it's going to be to a motherfucker that's benefiting me. If you ain't donating to my channel or haven't never donated to my channel or never even shouted me out or never even acknowledged me or never even did anything to me, there's no motherfucking way I'm going to sit up there and show you all this loyalty, all this following, all this weakness for you. You couldn't be my leader. People can say a lot of things about one blogger. They say some harsh stuff about this person. And I've often said a couple weeks ago, I said, wow, this person got a lot of respect though. A lot of respect. That's what people do when they fuck with you. They respect you. I've said that so many times on this internet streets. Respect is where it's at. It's respect. Fear is not respect. When people fear you, it's not respect. The only thing they should be fearing is God. They should be God-fearing people. Your fellow man just need to get some respect. And people say, well, they often say, well, you got to give respect to get respect. Well, who's to say who gives the respect first? Do you hear what I'm saying? I've often heard people say you got to give respect to get respect. Well, who's to say who gets the respect first? Can somebody explain that to me? You got to give respect to get respect. Okay, so if you saying I'm disrespecting you, and how is that? How can you say I'm disrespecting you? And this is a general question. This is not to a particular blogger. Nobody I was recently beefing with, so get out of your feelings. This is just in general on the shit that I've been enduring for all year. So what I'm saying is, if you have to give respect to get respect, for one, how did I disrespect you? And for two, who says I got to give you the respect first? How about if we just respect everybody and everybody respect everybody back, everybody give it, everybody receive it? How about that? Can that work? Can that logic work? Because the give respect and the give respect stuff, I used to believe that when I was younger. I really do. I don't really believe that anymore. Because there are a lot of people who think they're superior over people, and they think they're the only ones supposed to get the respect. And then when you get the respect, oh, then I give you some back. Like you gonna say when. And then somebody said something crazy that they took me in. Nobody took Spitting Fire in nowhere. You ain't accept me as nothing, nowhere, no how, never, ever. If you accept me, I accept you, we accept each other. Nobody accept me ever. Never weak-minded. Never. Fire number 9. Never that. Never that. And I am the type of person that if my loyalty was taken for granted, I go for the jugular. I do. I won't let up. But when people tell me to pull back, I do. Out of respect. Because they already showed respect for me. So I do. I pull back. See, I don't fight just to fight on the internet. I think of all the people I have respect for. And that have respect for me. They give me some, I give them some. And it feels good. It feels really good. Even if we had disagreements, it feels so good. Because there's a mutual understanding. There's mutual understanding. So if you are weak-minded, it doesn't matter who you are, subscriber or blogger or anything like that, please unsubscribe to my channel. Please, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Unsubscribe. If you are weak-minded, unsubscribe. If you and I explain what weak is. If you are weak, because I'm the type of person, I don't disagree to disagree. I have to have logic. I have to be able to explain why I disagree. I have to be able to explain why I rock with this person. I have to be able to explain in detail, and it have to make sense. And if it don't make no sense no more, I'm gone. I don't just rock with people just to rock with people. I don't disagree just to protect my beliefs. I don't do that. I'm a very optimistic person. My mind can change. If it's logic, if it's the truth, and it makes sense, shit, I no longer think that way. That's a person that is not weak. But a person that is weak will only stick to what they first believe and who they trust because they can't fathom of being wrong. They scared of a person not accepting them or whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's just spitting fire. I hold my own. Nobody built Spitting Fire's channel. I don't have to worry about that. My subscribers rocked with me because I built it on my own. Before I knew a lot of people. Me and Cassie. And particularly me, because she left early on. It was already up and running when I had people and met people. So when you do things like this, you don't have to cling on to nothing. You don't have to be weak-minded. I can come at you when it's quiet on these internet streets. I can come at you with commentary. I can come at you with a lot of different things. I don't have to wait for drama to happen to come at people. I don't have to do that. I don't have to wait for a collaboration. I don't. Sometimes I take that opportunity to chill because I know it ain't gonna be that damn long. So now that you have this, now that you see this, now that you've heard this, you know that fire number 9 is to stop being weak-minded. You are better than that. We are a culture of people. Call your leaders out on their bullshit. We call the presidents out on their bullshit, the governor out on their bullshit. If you feel that your blogger is your leader, call them out on their bullshit. If you feel that your subscribers is out of pocket, hey, put them in their pocket. I don't mind. There are people who unsubscribe to Spittinfire. At the same time, there's always people who are subscribing. It balances out all the time. Some will come and some will go. But the fact is, I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I ain't going nowhere. Never ever will nobody run me off YouTube. What? Did you think? Come on now. Come on now. My numbers are in fire. My letters will be too. My tongue is too. I told you many times. I spit fire. I'm a dragon, not a dinosaur. This is your girl, R.A. Jackson.